And g'day guys and welcome! My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Gatewalkers, an adventure in which we take these wonderful and incredible Patreons through the adventures here in the lands of Galarian. Joining me, of course, are a cadre of heroes that are currently trying to piece together the memories of missing moments that have plagued each and every one of them. Will they find it? Will they be able to emerge with better knowledge? Worse knowledge? Who knows what they're up for? But guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello, folks at home.
Hey, hello.
It is so good to see you all, and I'm very excited for today. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the very, very first time, who don't know what's going on, we are playing a tabletop role-playing game. A role-playing game is basically where a story is told and unfolded by the game master, which is me. We not only are the narrators, we are also the performers who take on the roles of the characters, the obstacles, the NPCs, the friends, the enemies, everything in between, and arbitrate the rules of the game. Meanwhile, my players take on the role of the protagonists of the adventure, the main characters as they go on these stories, who challenge constantly up and above and beyond everything that happens in the world. And we roll dice and we figure shit out from there. That's basically it. As always, we are a new player-friendly stream, so if you do have any questions or any thoughts that you would like to share, type it in chat and we will do the best that we can. It is so good to see so many familiar faces, as well as some new faces as well. I want to give a special shout out to our new first-time chatter, Little Kitten Fox. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that wherever you are having a wonderful evening. Now, let us kick off by, of course, starting where we always do and thanking our sponsors for the show. We have a bunch of people who help bring us this channel and this show, and we take a moment to obviously give them some love. First of all, I want to thank Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see on stream here. All of these lovely pieces of art are done using Hero Forge as a tool which creates not only amazing 3D models that you can use in art like mine, envisioning heroes and bringing them to life with their amazing art system, which, by the way, just as another extra shout out here, they've just done like 1,000,000 fucking hand gestures that I am just so excited for. I have to like revise all of my characters now because like they've just now actually got like a lot of very delicate gestures in that system now. So good. But also, sorry, you can get your models 3D printed into these really cool and amazing standees that you can use for your own home games, which are absolutely amazing. And for the prices that you get for them, to actually get a bespoke freaking miniature for your games, it's a freaking steal. Don't waste. Go check it out. Go get it. Do the thing. Hero Forge, fucking amazing. All right. Next, of course, we have that allows us to elevate the type of game that we play with immersive sound effects and a soundscape that just, man, it just brings such soulful tears to my eyes, is none other than Syrinscape. Syrinscape is filled with amazing ambient soundtracks, such as a lovely, quiet, marketplace with a bard playing in the center of town. You'd hear the sounds of people moving around the space. A cow has gotten out of its barn, starting to make its way through the street. A horse gallops through with a rider who is fresh-faced and new to the village, ready to meet the new people around him. You know, this and many more. Wait, where the fuck is the bard? Bard! There he is. Okay.
Mike, you're not sharing audio with us.
They're not hearing audio? I'm not sharing audio with you guys. Oh, okay, fair enough. I guess I'll share audio with my players. You're right, I wasn't sharing audio. There we go. Let me... boopity boopity boop. Hiya! There you go, much better. Beautiful bard. Alright, now fuck off. So all these noises and all these sounds come courtesy of Syrinscape, and if you want to make your games that much more immersive, yeah, hey, go check out Syrinscape. And lastly, the VTT, the virtual tabletop of our choosing, is Fantasy Grounds, because it does a lot of my heavy lifting. It allows me to do a lot of the really, really cool stuff that you see on screen. All my maps and stuff like that, all of this is done. A lot of it is modules that you can purchase from Fantasy Grounds, but also a ton of modules that you can then import into the game, which we do actually have a command for our lovely map makers as well. So for those of you who are interested in cool maps, consider subscribing to one of these Patreons for cool maps. Yeah, there we go. Sponsors, done. Now let's go around and meet the characters that are going to be embarking in today's game. We won't introduce our newest character just yet. We'll allow that to happen in game. But yeah, starting us off, playing the role of Lushara is none other than our dear friend, OG Lava Kitten.
Hello, everyone. I'm playing Lushara, who is a witch, and she travels with her familiar Magnus, who's recently gotten really cool powers thanks to chat. So we'll see how those play out.
All right, next up, of course, playing the role of Bilrota is our dear friend Schooly Eye.
Hello, so I'm playing Bill Rotar, a very gruff and to-the-point dwarf that is currently getting very, very angry after being tossed about like a little ragdoll by a direwolf.
That is very true. That did absolutely happen. Next, of course, playing the role of the undead sorcerer Arsini is none other than our dear friend Neil, aka Immersion Diversion.
Hi. Yes, I play Arseni. He's a skeleton genie sorcerer. Used to be a human, and he's trying to gain the trust of everybody in his party because he wants to show everybody he's not a bad skeleton, because he actually used to be a good human. And he doesn't know what happened, how he turned into the skeleton, and he wants to find out.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. And playing a new character who we'll find out more about is our newest member to the Patreon team for Gatewalker. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you may have seen this delightful human being in my chat over the many years that I have been doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer JMT, welcome to Gatewalkers.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I am looking forward to this, and my character's name is Aelith, and that's about it for now.
Love it. And Sir/Madam not appearing in this film is our dear friend McBluff, who plays the role of Viv. We love you, Mac. We wish you all the best. Mac was unavailable to join us today, but as always, we said love. We do the love thing. Yeah, love. So yes, they will not be joining us, but they will be here in spirit and in hit points, which I will be taking away.
And in chat.
And in chat.
And in chat. Hi, Mac. And last, but certainly not least, playing the role of Elink, the half-elven dwarf, is none other than our dear friend Nick.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm playing Elink, and I'm very keen to join the Pathfinder Society.
Absolutely, yes. The Pathfinder Society, the place where everyone wants to be, where all the cool kids get to hang out. You know, that's all it's all about. So yes, welcome in, everyone. I cannot wait to see these characters dive into it. But before we do so, we have one last person to thank for today's stream, and that is, of course, our folks at home. Guys, thank you all so much for being here and being a part of this show. Honestly, I would not be able to do any of this without your love, your kindness, your support. As you guys know, we are fundraising for the trip to Gen Con that we're going to be making at the end of this year. Right now, we have hit our goal, thanks to your generosity, and we are going to Gen Con. The flights are now all set and done for. Accommodations, all that stuff is now well and truly paid for. Everything here, now that we're building, goes towards just spending money between a secret trip. I say it's a secret trip. It's not a secret trip. It's who I'm going with that's a secret. But I'm going on a road trip from Texas to Gen Con. So it's going to be like a road trippy type thing where I'll be going to seeing some sites, doing some stuff. I don't know what's going to be happening because I'm not being told anything, but that's the plan currently. So we're raising money. You know, anything that's in excess of our $100 mark is going towards that. I might go to a restaurant. I might go take a photo of me hanging off a cliff. I don't know. Stuff. You know, dag America.
I'd pay money to see you hanging off a cliff. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's fair. I figure most people would pay to see me drop off one, but you know, we are where we're at.
Never.
Oh, you can't talk to be honest.
Don't you talk about our friends like that.
That's true. That's right. We you know, like we're Australian. We rag on each other. That's how we show affection. If someone's nice to you, that means they don't like you. It's how it works here. Anyway,
True.
moving swiftly on.
That's how
Neil
I
must
operate.
really like me.
Fair. Yeah, I really like Neil. Neil's like my favorite
Yeah.
person in the world at this point. Now,
I hear the sarcasm right there.
now, guys, because we appreciate having our audience members here and joining us on this journey, we invite you to come behind the GM screen and help influence the game as we're playing. First of all, just by joining us, you earn channel points, which can be used for donations, for a whole bunch of really cool stuff that happen during the course of the game. These can be inspiration to give advantages to our players, insight bonuses to give them clues on the mysteries that are going on, magic tarot readings, and a bunch of other cool stuff, all there just with channel points. Secondly, if you are, of course, one of these kind and generous souls with enough money to donate to our stream, there are a number of rewards you can give. At least that's what I would say if everyone wasn't fucking locked and loaded. Look at this. Last week was madness. Everyone's locked and loaded. But let me tell you about them anyway. So for $5, you can donate one of these red markers to one of my players or a purple marker to me. These are hero points and jinx points. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or have these characters roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to kill hero points, kill them, and it can make my monsters roll with advantage, or it can be used to make a matter even more complicated than it was before. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks that I have in front of me. The first is a heroic action deck, where a player of your choice will gain a unique one-use heroic action to use during the course of the game. The second is a plot twist deck, which is filled with a bunch of really, really cool prompts for various plots and things that might happen, and we would prompt one of those and make it happen in-game. So that's the $10 reward there. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20. Now, everyone already has a nat 20, but if you want to give one anyway, I mean, right now, the unicorn's got a natural 20. I don't even know what's going on. Everyone can have a nat 20. Just give nat 20s to anyone. Like, you know, you want to give it to one of the wolves? We'll give it to a wolf. You want to give it to the boss? We'll give it to a boss. Why not? Today's a crazy day. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so yeah. And then for $50, 50 big old dollary dues, you can increase the difficulty of an encounter that the group is facing, make a boss a little tougher, apply a template to them, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Or you can provide a magic item to a player of your choice. This can be a homebrew item that you design. You can ask me and I will create an item for one of our players, or you can give the option to my player themselves. And lastly, we have the $100 secret menu item. Now this $100 is, first of all, it's a massive thing. This is one of the things that help really support my channel. Help me pay mortgage, help me eat food, you know, all that sort of stuff. And guys, let me tell you this. I griped over the secret menu item today. I remember saying it in chat. I was just like, man, I feel really mean doing this particular thing because, you know, just quite frankly, I was like, I know where the motivation is for this session, and I'm just like, I know what's gonna happen, and I know how strong the creature in question happens to be, but it is Black Clover Week, and this is the last game of Black Clover Week, technically. So here is the secret menu item for $100 US dollars. This big fucking thing. The unicorn you can see on screen is currently being tortured and killed, sacrificed. Sorry, I was hearing myself for a second. Being sacrificed for a ritual to a dark god or goddess. I will have this emotional trauma be too much for the poor unicorn. And with the $100 secret menu item, this unicorn will transform into a nightmare. A blackened steed, a creature of violence and anger, the antithesis to what a unicorn is. This violent beast will then turn on everyone and everything here, and that will be our secret menu item for the day. We have $10 donation, a heroic, sorry, is that a hero point or heroic action? Because Lashara's already full up on hero points, Christine. Let me know. But yes, a heroic action's good. I got plenty of heroic actions right here if you'd like to give one. But yeah, there we go. We all good? Feeling good? Feeling great?
I'm scared, but yes, I
All
want
right.
to see what happens.
All right. Well then, without further ado, Actually, with one further ado. Lashara, pick a number between 1 to 5.
2.
1, 2. Lashara, your heroic action is, I hope this works. You can play this card at the start of your turn. Once during your turn, you may activate an item to cast a spell, even if you cannot normally cast a spell, do not have the spell on your list, or are otherwise prevented from casting from that item. After casting, your turn ends immediately. Now I'm going to modify this and say that you can apply this to any interactive object. So if you've got like a lever that you want to pull or something like that, you can basically do so as immediate action at the start of your turn. And it won't take up your whole turn, because that's dumb. And I'm the rules maker. Go. Done. So I hope this works is the name of the ability. All right.
All right.
Cue the music. Now, when last we left our epic heroes, 6 adventurers, seeking out questions for their missing memories, have journeyed into the dark forest, an area shrouded in black, pitch darkness, where everything's color is muted and dull. It is in this glade of darkness that our heroes seek Bolin, a person who has left the order of the Oakenshield Stewards back in Sevenarches in order to create a rebellion of those who are unsatisfied with the Oak Stewards. We don't know their motivation or what purpose they have here in this dark region of the forests surrounding Sevenarch, but you all know one thing, that Bolin has answers to your most pressing question. Where was he during the missing moments? What happened when he walked through the portal like yourselves? And why, when he re-emerged from the portal as you did, he was changed? No longer the same honorable man he was before, now an angry dissonant. Searching by and around, you found yourself confronted by a ritual being performed by those converted by Bolin to the dark side. One of the leaders of the ritual turned to face our heroes, commanding the other two to continue with their blasphemous ritual to sacrifice this beautiful ivory unicorn. And facing off against you alone, the druid transforms into a large wolf. And as Bilrotar charges in, weapon drawn, headlong into battle, the wolf quickly snapped his jaw around Bilrotar, shook him left and right before slamming him into the ground and casting him backwards. But this is not the only danger that lurks. For beneath the soil, a fetid, rotten hand emerges from the loamy earth, crawling onto the landscape surrounding you. And behind one of the arches, you see a fetid, that's the word I'm looking for. He's very festive. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. He comes out. No, he doesn't. He's fetid, yes. Creature. Which begins to lurch towards the others, drawn by the scent of blood. And we are going to re-engage initiative, which I will roll now.
Ooh.
So,
Don't like the look of that.
I'm
Elink.
going to remind you, Dag, that
Yes.
the direwolf has the command to flee.
Thank you very much.
I'm ready.
All right, Elink, you're up first, followed by the druids in the ritual, the dire wolf, who is that one? There should only be 2. Sorry, one moment. Oh yes, no, I put him aside. Don't worry. Then Bilratar, then Arsini, then the unicorn, then the zombified mutant creature, then a mysterious figure, and lastly, Lashara. All right.
Lastly, Ashara. Alrighty.
Elink, what do you do?
I would like to. What's the skill called where you sort of like look at something for a bit and try and gather information?
You're trying to learn more about what exactly?
I would like to learn more about like what the potential ritual here is. I can see that there's druids casting it, and whether or not any of my druidic knowledge is going to help me
Sure.
identify what's happening here. It's got a unicorn. It's obviously going to be bad, but
All right. Make me an occultism check as you try to figure out what is going on with this ritual.
alrighty. Do, 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 do.
Also, Christina, yes, Viv is piggybacking on Elink today.
Alrighty. There we go.
All right. You brace your mind in order to try and recall the knowledge of this ritual, what it could possibly mean. However, nothing seems to stand in mind. You know, a few rituals involving unicorns often line themselves up with things that require a lot of very pure magical energy. Unicorns themselves have a very pure amount of energy. It actually condenses into the horn itself. So most of the time, it's simply the horn that is sliced off and utilized as a reagent. However, to sacrifice a whole unicorn is first of all very difficult, very risky, very challenging, but also all it tells you is that this ritual, whatever it is, requires a lot of magic.
Okay. It's gonna get pretty magic-y around you guys. Maybe, prepare yourselves to duck. And let's cast a spell. And I'm going to cast my... Sorry, just... Character sheet's not behaving for me. There we go. It's behaving now. All right, so I'm going to use my animal allies. Once again, I'm going to try and summon all the things that live in the ground, all the little worms and mites and centipedes. And I'm going to do that at this big bad wolf.
Nice. All right. As you do so, your whispered words travel underground, rumbling and tremoring through the ground itself, as these millipedes and centipedes and beetles and bugs and worms begin to roil up from the ground, spewing forth. All right. Cast your spell and tell us what we need to do.
Excellent. Okay, so I drag that onto there.
All right. A reflex save. As you cast this, so now you can drop the damage on him, and it should halve the damage automatically. As the wolf is a druid as well, understands the nature of this spell and quickly moves its canine feet to avoid the roiling bugs as best it can, though some of them still snap, claw, and bite into it. It takes 3 points of damage.
Better than none.
True enough. All right. After you've investigated the ritual and cast your spell, that is your 3 actions. For those of you who are new in chat, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, every single character gets 3 actions on their turn. Most things, such as moving and attacking, will only ever cost 1 action, but spell casting usually costs 2. All right. Moving quickly along, the druids continue their heinous ritual, and the unicorn bleeds from their activity. The wolf does not like that you have cast a spell, but also sees that he is surrounded. There is the skeletal sorcerer on the south of him. There's, of course, the druid to the north, and the very angry, aggressive-looking barbarian in front of him. And behind that, even further still, what looks to be a witch So the wolf is going to use one action to ready a charge and bite at someone. Whoever
He was
tries to
command-
approach or just
he was
oh wait, no,
commanded
he
to
has to
flee.
flee. He has to flee. Never
All
mind.
3 actions. Yeah. He
All
had
3 actions to flee.
All 3 actions.
Yeah, because it was a critical fail.
Yeah, fine. Never
He's
mind.
really scared.
I would have done
I'm
cool
gonna
stuff.
really scare
I
him.
want to do cool stuff too. All right, so he is going to flee. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Where is he going? He's got a 35-foot move speed. So he is off the map.
He'll be back.
All right. Then we go to Bilrotar, our dwarven barbarian.
Okay. Should have looked up what the range was. Doesn't have her. That is. So being angry that this is yet another creature that is run from combat with him.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Well, from his perspective, yeah. Yeah, let's start off with the new things. You see the anger almost form into his fist as fire almost engulfs the fist. Looks down. And not seeing the wolf, points. Sorry, walks up a little bit and points at one of the druids. And enraged, will unleash the blasting beams. The deviant feet.
All right.
So let's roll flat check. See if there's the backlash.
Any backlash on your magic?
No.
Nope.
It's a 5. No, next time I do it, it's a 10.
All right. As
But
you
it misses.
as you fire out your blast of energy, it launches outwards, but narrowly the druid ducks underneath it, avoiding it as your fiery fist disappears behind it. Once again, the shadowy region of this part of the forest seeming to almost also eat away at the light emanating from your fire.
Yep, and then for the third action, I'll just continue charging up to its face.
All right.
Jeez. It's a 1 action? That's cool.
Okay. Arsini, you're up next.
Well, I still want to stop this ritual. I do see this thing next to me. That's terrifying.
It sort of holds onto the side of the gate. It is looking directly at you.
I'm not tasty. You don't like. I mean, I don't know if you like taste of bones, but I'm gonna go a little bit this way. 5. No, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Here, let me go. I'm gonna do. What was my movement? 30. You know what? I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this druid as cover. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I think if I do another diagonal, it's 30.
Yep.
Alright, so that's my movement, and trying to help out to stop this ritual. Arseni is going to kind of, in the air, he kind of almost gathers like a cosmic looking cloud, purple, pink, blue, green, just a multitude of colors, and then he grabs the ground, and he kind of throws this cloud up into the air, and it creates a tree, 15-foot tall tree, and then part of the bottom of the tree starts eroding, and I'm gonna push it over and say timber.
Sorry, do you want
Towards the
to do you want to break down what you're actually doing?
I cast timber cantrip.
Okay, and what does timber cantrip do?
It I was trying to create like a scene.
No, I know what
create
you're
a
trying to do, Neil, but I want you to read out what you're actually capable of doing.
You create a small dead tree in your space that falls over on anyone in its path, that immediately decomposes. Any creature in the area takes 2d4 bludgeoning damage with a basic reflex saving throw. A creature that critically fails its save is knocked for a loop, making it dazzled until the end of its next turn. So
All right.
basically, I just create a tree using my genie magic, but using that magic causes it to decompose quick too. So
You create a small dead tree in your space, not on top of him. But yes, all right, very well.
well, it's in my space, but it's a 15-foot line.
Yeah. So it grows at your feet, and as it does so, it just sort of rots and decays and snaps, falling. Now, so it starts on you, but I would like for you to draw the line for me, please.
Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I tried to put it back. Where's my line? Oh, yeah, right click. Come on. Oh, drawing. Why is it not sticking? There it is. It's either not loading or I don't have the option to draw.
Okay, cool.
I go click drawing.
Okay, let me try
I'm
this.
going 3 squares to the left.
So there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Drop the reflex save on him as the tree topples and falls.
Ooh.
All right, it manages to strike him. Deal the damage.
Okay.
All right.
And I think it's just a critical fail that they get dazzled, so yeah.
Correct. So it is 4 points of damage as he is hit by this rotten tree that explodes into splinters as it collapses on him.
It does say underneath the damage, it says timber prone. I don't know if that's
What does the spell say?
Kinda. Well, it says a creature that critically fails its save is knocked for loop, making it dazzled. But for some reason in the spell it says prone underneath damage and cast.
It does not knock you prone.
Okay, that was
All
just making sure. So
Yeah,
no,
no,
that's
fine.
my turn.
All right. The unicorn struggles against its bonds as it tries to break free, but it can't. It is firmly affixed to the platform. As we then go to the Festrog. On all fours, it begins to jump, move, and leap. As it does so, it goes for Arsini.
She just dazzled.
All right. As it does so, it is then going to use its jaws to try and bite into you. As its teeth sink and clamp down hard. You take 9 points of damage as it bites into you. It then flips around and will try to feast. No attack needed. It deals an extra 1 point of damage as it just seems to continually chomp and bite down upon you.
Ah, my bones are cracking!
Out of the ground, another emerges.
Oh god, what?
This one is over by Elink.
No.
And it too will rush over and attempt to to bite at you. Landing a critical hit.
Oof.
Max damage of 20. This was a heavy hit as it bites you on your neck. And with its second action, is going to feast.
No.
For 4 damage.
Ugh.
A sudden
think I'm
and
down.
that is indeed a sudden and surprise attack. Elink, you go down. You do have a hero point if you want to stay on 1 hit point.
I'll stay on 1 hit point. Yeah, let's burn that.
All right, 1 hero point. Again, thank you to our lovely chat for these donations, but your first hero point is now spent. You remain on 1 hit point.
I was going to say crit card, but that might be a bit mean.
Oh, yes, he does get a crit card, though.
Whoa.
Pick a number between 1 to 5, and let's see.
3.
1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Target is fatigued.
Yep.
So as
that's
he
fair.
bites you, it is an exhaustive bite.
Ugh,
All right.
fatigued.
Okay, and that is the second Festrog. Meanwhile, rushing in from the tree line. Aelith, can you describe your character, please, and take your first turn? Now, in a game of Pathfinder, you have 3 actions in the round. One of them will be to move into the play area, but the other 2 are yours to do what you will. I think you're muted.
So as Aelith enters, you see an elf. She has her bow out. She is a ranger. She has kind of been assessing what's been going on, trying to understand the situation. And when she sees this Festrog, the second one appear, she realizes she kind of has an idea a bit. It's like, all right, something needs to be done. So she is going to move in about to there. And so that's the 1. So then she has 2 more, correct?
Correct.
All right, so she is going to fire her bow at
Oh,
at
sorry.
him.
Before we do so, because we are learning
sorry.
new attacks and stuff. Why are you at -75? Oh, okay. So that's okay. I can explain
Probably
why
put
that
in the
happened.
modifier.
Yeah, I think you've accidentally typed in something to the modifier. So a couple of things here. Number 1,
Oh,
you have 2 actions, and because you're learning some new stuff, let's talk about rangers. Now, a ranger has
Okay.
the ability to use Hunter's Mark in order to mark their prey. This is a single action that will allow you to gain a bonus on the first attack you make every round towards the target that you are hunting. So if you want to, after you've moved, you can use that Hunter's Mark. Alternatively, you can just make 2 attacks. But also, likewise, your character has an ability called Precision Shot, where rather than making 2 attacks singularly, you make 1 attack and do 2 loads of damage.
okay. Yes, I think what she is going to she's going to do the precision right now.
Very well.
Trying to take the 2 shots because she sees this person who went down from this creature.
All right.
So
No-
she wants to try and
Nice.
so
All right.
I can roll again.
Yes, so roll your first one again. Now, what you did wrong in that particular instance, on the bottom left-hand side next to where you've got your dice, there's a modifier box. I think you've just accidentally clicked it and put in a bunch of negatives, but that's fine. Just make sure that says 0.
Oh, okay.
It does say beyond max range on the thing.
Where does it say beyond max range?
As part of the
Oh,
attack, it says
beyond
beyond
max
max
range
range
and
minus
minus 100.
100.
What was being targeted?
I was just targeting the second Festrog.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, try it again. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. So, all right. So I have to do this. Let's try it again.
Yep, unless I fucked that up. Maybe I did. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I
All
did.
right.
Hold on. Let me fix some stuff real quick. Da, 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 da. What did I do wrong here? should all be right. Interesting. Sorry, bear with me while I'm just doing some checks of things. No, I've got all that written down exactly the same way. Where do I put... longbow. Martial, ranged. Oh, hold on, maybe that's it. All right, try taking a shot again. Let me see if that fixed it.
Okay. This time it didn't do anything.
Are you using the first longbow attack or the second?
I'm using the second one.
Yeah, go try again one more time. Drag the 8, drop it onto the Festrog.
All right, let's try this one more time. Yep, it's not working for me. I'll just do the first one then.
Yeah, try the first one.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now nothing's working.
Just close down your character sheet and reopen it again real quick.
Okay. Try it again. Yep, it has... Something's happened. It's not working
So
after doing this.
Okay, that's okay. Try double-clicking the 8 now. There we go. That'll do. Okay, much better. All right, so with a 14, let's have a look. This creature's defense is 15, but it is flat-footed and off guard, so you get a +2 bonus, meaning you hit. Can you drag and drop the damage onto it?
I will do my best.
So that'll be the 2d8 one.
Okay. 2d8. Yep, I'm gonna have to double click.
Oh, yep, not a problem. All right, that is 12 points of damage. All right.
Nice.
So out of the woodworks, the arrow flies in. The second arrow goes in as well. And wham, they both strike, penetrating the Festrog, gaining its attention for certain. All right, those are your 2 arrows, your 2 last actions. All right.
Okay.
Anything you want to yell out or say, be dramatic with?
Yeah. What the hell's going on here?
Elink, you are the closest person.
I'm also very dazed and confused. Whatever it is, it really can't be good.
It's burning my bones.
Get the druids. Not this one. The other druids.
All right.
The unicorn. Save it.
Save the
Before someone
unicorn.
spends
All right.
Okay.
Lushara, you're up next.
All right, Lushara, I don't think can really see quite easily these critters that have popped up, so she's just on her first thought, which is get to the unicorn. So she's going to use one action to sustain the Stoke of the Heart on Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So he still has that +2. And then
Yep.
she's going to use her full movement to get as close as she can, which is... Where am I? Here I am. 2, 20, 25. And a diagonal is 2?
It's 5, then 10, then 5, then 10, then 5, then 10.
All right. So I think that places her around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can't do anything yet for the unicorn, so she is gonna use her last action to yell Varush toward Magnus.
All right. As
Oh,
this
yeah.
happens, fire erupts from around what looks to be a small domestic household cat before it transforms into a large cat ablaze with fire. Now, Magnus hasn't been given any orders. You do need to spend an action to do so, which means at present his only goal is to guard you for the time being.
All right, and I believe that was all my actions.
All right, beautiful. Back to the top of the round. Elink, you are frightened. You are fatigued. Everything is awful.
Everything is pretty awful, and I'm also trying to like hold Liv, who's
Everything
I guess
is
passed out
awful.
of my arms.
Yes, Viv is passed out. Fallen unconscious.
I am going to. Right, what can we tell about these awful, disgusting things? I'd like to, do another.
Yep, you want to figure out about them?
Knowledge?
Let's make a religion check to find out what we know about the dreaded creature known as a Festrog.
Okie dokie. Roll.
Oh, brilliant. What say we do my narrator voice for this one, shall we?
Love it.
Okay. Okay. So, let me pull up the information I need here.
I'm actually not seeing any of my dice rolls, so I just have to rely on you.
The Festrog. Spawn fang corpses of those who died of illness and starvation and twisted by negative energy. Festrogs display a viciousness that rivals even other types of undead. They resemble decaying humanoids, though with elongated arms and teeth and bone-like spikes protruding from their upper back. Festrogs' tendencies to run on all fours has led them to gaining the moniker of dog ghouls, causing the unwary to mistake them for mindless predators. Festrogs are in fact intelligent, stalking creatures who hunt victims in packs, choosing hunting ground which are suitable for their own abilities. They can often be found roaming farmlands, open forests, and wide plains, anywhere in which their quadruple form can allow them to overtake their quarry. Delaying their mindless appearance, Festrogs use tactics similar to those of hunters with hounds. The leaders of the pack often flush prey from its cover so that they may be brought down by the rest of the Festrog pack.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to tell everyone. Look, Gloves, these are smarter than you think. They're also pack hunters. Watch out for yourselves. And my fantasy grounds has just frozen up on me, so can I hold the rest of my actions?
Not a problem. I will say
Thank
that
you.
what you will correct yourself with a little bit is, in general, they're not so much it's about them being intelligent, is they're likely trying to herd you somewhere, likely herd you to run away from
okay.
them and into a Festrog ambush.
All right. I'll replace that with like they're ambush hunters.
Yeah.
Watch out.
All right. Next up are the druids. Druid number 1 sees Bill Rotar and ignores him. He looks to you and he's like, "You're not worth my time, angry little man.
Ooh.
We have more pressing matters to attend to, and I will not be the weak link in the chain that will restore things to their rightful order." And he begins to chant again. Gives you the middle finger as he does so.
He stopped chanting.
The second
Yes.
druid. The second druid goes, "Ah, fucking tree. What kind of fucking stupid ass, bitch ass motherfucker throws a tree at someone? Fuck is wrong with you? I'm a druid. You fucking throw a tree at me.
I'm
What the fuck is the matter
busy.
with you?" He reaches into his pocket and pulls out like a raw steak,
What? I can't hear you over the sound of
and he
my
throws it in
crunching
your
bone.
face. And then he keeps casting his spell. You now have a raw steak. Add it to your character sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
What are you doing with Rust? Oh, God! Ah!
All right. The wolf runs back.
Okay, wolf.
Grr.
He's just like panting.
Yeah, he's got nothing. He just runs back.
Like, dang it.
All right. Then we go to
Sure, do it again.
Bilrotar.
Make it run away again. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right. What does Bilrotar do?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
He's an angry
An angry one after being dissed by the druid and then having the direwolf return. Probably druid. You'll see him take out his clan dagger from the hip holster in the back of his belt.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like lift up your skirt and like pull it out of your like little sock thing that they have, you know?
Now you get this one.
And having seen the direwolf run off and run back, it's just like you'd almost try to think, well, clearly you don't really want to play around, and will attempt to slash into the druid to see if at least distracting him, maybe cutting up his arms a little bit, could at least impact the ritual.
You're not entirely sure. Maybe.
No, but Bill would probably think hit the arms as much as possible.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because there's
Yeah.
somatic components. They're waving their arms. Makes sense.
Yeah. So attack number 1. And attack number 2. Bill's just getting angry and angry.
At this point, you know, as he's casting his spell, as you've swung at him, he just kind of lifts his arms a little bit, like just because you're so short. And he does it the second time, and then he gives you the middle finger again, as he's still casting.
Wow.
Yep. Anyway, that's Bill. Angry
is
and
that it?
frustrated. While drawing the dagger, yeah.
Oh
And then
yeah,
two
true,
attacks.
that's right. Yeah, okay, fair. Yep. The disrespect on this motherfucker. All right, Arseni.
Just making Bill angrier and angrier.
Oh yeah. Arseni, you're caught
take the
between a
stick.
druid and a hard place. What do you do?
I take the snake that was thrown at me and I throw it at this zombie thingy, whatever. The Festrog.
Okay.
Smack
Throw
it
it
with
at
a
him.
stake.
Yeah. And then I go, ah! And then 5, 10, 15, 20 this way. 25, 30. And I'm going to cast Glass Shield. And what that does is it says you summon a layer of clear glass to keep you from harm. It is a 1 action, by the way. This cantrip functions as a shield spell, except it has hardness 2 and 4 hit points. If the shield breaks, provided the breaker is within 5 feet, they must succeed a basic reflex save or take 1d4 piercing damage from the glass shards.
All right, very nice.
So I
You
cast...
create a shield of
Flush.
glass around your person.
Go.
All right, brilliant.
And do I hit the one for shield block 2, I think, right?
Yes.
There we go. Alright, and that is my turn.
All right, the unicorn continues
So
to
stick,
struggle.
run, glass.
All right, the Festrog looks at the druid and starts to breathe heavily. Its teeth looks like he's about to rip into him when you hear something that brings a chill to your bones. Yes, yes, you're very scary. Now fuck off and get rid of them. The Festrog then turns and looks back at Arsini and leaps at you with its jaws. Oh!
Oh!
That's not gonna last. You know that, right?
I know.
Yeah. Would you like it to?
I mean,
Nah.
yeah.
All right. Thank you to our chat for the jinx points, and that's still a miss.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. It's still gonna try and bite you a second time. All right. The Festrog moves up to our sorcerer, and with its second attack, does manage to find purchase on his sweet and supple bones as he bites into your skeletal body for 10 points of damage, partially resisted by your temp hit points. Also, Dead Sky, welcome. Good to see you. For those of you who have just joined, we are currently in the middle of a ritual in which druids are trying to sacrifice a unicorn for some reason. A group of Festrogs who have been hired by the druids are trying to protect them, and a mysterious stranger has emerged from the woods, an archer who is lending aid from the shadows. Our heroes include Lushara, the witch elf, Bilrotar, the dwarven barbarian, Arsini, the skeleton sorcerer, and Elenk, our half-elf dwarven something. Druid. I knew that.
So
Alright.
the hardness would have been the 2 temp hit points I got, right?
Yep, correct.
And then it broke through the 4 hit points from the glass shield.
Correct.
So I don't take -4 for that too, or is that just...
No, that's the armor that the shield would have given you.
Okay, so then it broke, so I need to have it do a reflex save.
Mm-hmm. Which you should be able to drop on him.
Yep.
Very nice. He fails the reflex save as your glass shield erupts in a shard of daggers and deals
Takes
2
2
damage to the Festrog.
Nice.
All right, that is all it does. The second Festrog. Whew, Elenk. He's not looking good.
Still messing with me?
I mean, I'd probably go for the archer, to be honest. It is intelligent.
I'm a
I'll
tough
tell you
dwarf.
what.
I can take it.
You have 1 hit point. What are you talking about? All right.
I also have hero points. Did they not work when you're 1?
Well, let me put this up here. Aelith, you can see that the creature looks like they might be going after the druid again. Is there something you want to do to maybe try and distract it after you've made your attack? Anything at all? Or are you kind of like happy to be firing at range? There's no pressure and no judgment on whatever you decide. Just what do you feel your character would do?
Well, she's seeing the one heavily wounded. I think she would probably distract.
All right. How would you distract it? What would you say or do to try and gain the attention of this undead monstrosity?
Ah. let's see. I think if she'd probably do something to taunt him if this is allowed. Maybe just kind of fire an arrow just kind of at its feet.
I'm listening for it. I mean, it's more about, like, keeping in mind, don't think about your character sheet, don't think about your powers and abilities.
Yeah.
Think about what message you want to send to this guy.
Oh,
I'm happy to let
the message I've sent.
Yeah, I'm happy to let the arrow
Yeah.
go, but, like, again, it's more about your attitude. Think about it like the role play side of things. I don't care about the mechanics. Tell me how you piss this guy off.
Oh, I pissed this guy. I just look square at him and say, you know, you're going down
Alright.
next. So it doesn't matter what you do. I'm aiming for you.
All right, that's good. I like that. Okay. It's not the best of, like, you know, threats, cause
No.
given that he is a flesh-eating cannibal, kind of like a fucking monstrosity. But he realizes that you put 2 arrows in his back, and you shooting him again, even one swipe to kill this dwarf who has not actually yet injured him, he's gonna turn that attention to you as he makes his way in your direction and leaps over. First action, he runs. Second action, his jaws open up as they rush towards you. They do manage to bite into you. Ooh, minimum damage. You're kind of ready for it, and you brace with your van brace on your arm, and that bites into it, but he still breaks through it. You can feel your bones sort of cracking under the strength of its jaw, and once again, it just starts to shake left and right like an animal and deal an extra 2 points of damage. So you've taken 7 damage in total from the onslaught that this creature has set upon you. But that's it. At least.
You notice the
present-
map's gone a bit mad stack.
Sorry?
We got 2 Festrog 2s now.
Do we? Why? We shouldn't. There's
Yeah,
one
we've got a
on
token, and then we've got the actual one that didn't move.
one. Oh, I think I created another token. There we go. That's weird. Okay, cool. Done. Alright. Aelith, you're up next. Great question, Christina. Unfortunately, in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, most creatures actually do not get attacks of opportunity. Only those who are trained in weapon combat and weapon use, or who take special abilities, actually gain attacks of opportunity. Meaning spellcasters actually have a lot more safety and security when they're in melee. It's how Arsini was able to disengage from both the druid and the Festrog earlier on without incurring all the attacks of opportunity either. So yeah. Yeah, I think it's an interesting element, but I think it's fun. I think it means that you're more likely to kind of fall for an attack of opportunity because you're not casting defensively. You're not just being like, oh, I'll just go over here, and then suddenly, bam! And it really plays up the speciality in fighting, you know, when you have stuff like that. So yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. I like it. All right. Next up, we have
Yeah.
Aelith.
So, well, this isn't pleasant. Do you allow free action dropping the bow?
Absolutely.
Okay, because then what I want to do is draw one of my daggers and stab at it.
Sure. If you would like, I'm more than happy to flavor it so that you can use your arrows to stab instead of the dagger. You can use your
Oh, okay.
You can use your dagger stats as if they were arrows, and that's fine.
Okay, yeah, so that doesn't feel the best. And so she just kind of smiles at it and she draws an arrow and she goes to stab it in the eye.
All right, let's make it happen. Roll your to hit. Again, use your dagger.
Okay.
See if you can drag and drop it again.
Okay. Ha, it's working. Oh, that was brilliant. Okay. So that misses. So she's gonna try it again.
Okay, go for it. That is a second miss, unfortunate.
Yep. Well, this isn't fun. And if allowed, she's going to step away.
Absolutely, yeah, you're not being grappled. You may absolutely step away.
Okay. 10, 15, and go about right there. So I kind of have line of sight of everybody.
Okay, very nice. You
Okay.
disengage, moving to safety. You've got a good line of sight down the line and have moved quite firmly away from the Festrog, but it still has its eyes firmly gazed upon you. As we go to Lushara.
Okay. All right. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to use my heroic action, hope this works, to use Ghostly Grasp to release the unicorn. Because normally it can just grab something, bring it back to me. And has a hard time undoing ropes or anything like that. So I kind of want to use the heroic action to get that unicorn freed so that I can focus on other things.
Okay. I like it. Do you have a slashing weapon of any kind?
I believe I have a dagger on me. Let me double
right.
check. I have a sickle.
That'll do. All right.
Ooh.
So first action, you will move across. Second action, you will draw your sickle, and you want to use a heroic, a hero point to do the cut. Was that what you were saying? You don't have to, but if you do, I will allow you to do it for free as part of drawing your sickle, and I'll give you a free attack at the end, a free action after you've freed it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
Sure. All right. With the cost of a hero point, which I will now take from you there. All right. So you draw your sickle, and with one fluid motion, you create almost like a moon-like arc, which swings up and cuts through the bindings. The unicorn is freed. The two druids panic. They're basically like, "Oh no!" You do have one more action. With this action, you can make an
Okay.
attack yourself, or you can use your action to command Magnus to do something, and he will get 2 actions.
Okay. I think for now I'm gonna have Magnus stay because Aelin looks really beat up. So I'm gonna drop Stoke the Heart on Bill. Let's see. Sorry, Bill, you're not hitting anybody.
All right.
And I'm going to instead... Oh, wrong character sheet. That's why I can't find it. Where'd mine go? And instead, I'm going to cast Life Boost on Elling. So I'll just... It's a one
All right.
action.
Mhm.
Uses my focus point, and I'm just casting this over. So this like kind of ghostly hand like jumps over and just kind of like settles over her. And that is life force from my patron floods into the target, ensuring they can continue doing your patron's will. The target gains fast healing 2 for 4 rounds.
Solid. Thank
All
you.
right. So do I just drag that onto a link? Okay, there we go. Boop. There you go.
All right.
Regenerate.
And you are now fast healing.
Excellent.
All right.
I'd love to drop in here if I can take my turn now.
Well, we are back at your turn, so I mean, yes.
All right. I mean, yeah, as my last two actions for that last one where I just withheld, I would like to use animal form and take on the shape of a bull.
Of a
bull.
A bull. All right.
Yeah. Hoping that, like, Viv it's just grappled onto my back or something, or is Viv on the ground?
Let's say Viv's on your back still.
Great. Excellent. That sounds wonderful. All right. And then, is this where my place stays for the next round, or do I then go back to the top of the round now?
We'll get you to the top of the round. I mean, why not? And
right.
You've got the stats of a bull. Wait, no, you don't have the stats of a bull. You have. Does your size increase?
Yes, I believe I am large.
Whoa. Nice.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
I made you a
large.
bison because I don't have a bull mini.
I mean, I'm a
Better.
bison. That's great. I actually vibe that way more than being a bull. Thank you. And so here's a weird one for you.
Bison.
Can I use my deviant ability as a bull?
Yeah.
Or as a bison?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
That's kind
I
of
heard-
awesome.
These things are ready. Do I need to do anything for animal form? Do I just need to drag something onto myself?
Animal form should give you some static bonuses. So if you use the exclamation mark under where the spell is, you should be able to drag and drop some of those over.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. We can have a chat later on about like animal forms and yada yada yada. We'll work on some stuff, but for now that'll do fine.
Groovy. Okay, and then let's do this super fun thing that I'm hoping I can do, which is my deviant ability of... It's somewhere. Would I find that in actions?
No, it would be... You'd have to have applied it manually. If you haven't applied it, then you'll have to go off your memory.
I have added it to my character sheet now. Here we go, Titan Swing. Basically, I grow, my limbs become even longer, and what started looking as a bison is now becoming something even more horrifying.
The bison with long legs.
Like long legs, my horns sprout even longer. You can see muscles beginning to ripple underneath the bison's fur.
Whoa.
So yeah, this will let me make a melee strike at an additional... I've got greater range because I'm a bison, so I should be able to hit that wolf next to me right now.
Yes, you can. So basically what you're looking at now is a bison whose neck and legs are a lot longer than they were before.
The elder drawer. No.
All right.
Just trying to make that
What is
roll some
your
dice for me.
What does your absolutely awful thing do?
So it will add an extra attack dice onto this. So it costs 2 actions, and it adds an extra dice.
All right.
But I can't quite figure out how to do that. So how about I just do an attack and...
Yep, just do it. Just do it manually. You have the dice that you need right there underneath the chat box. You roll them in, and we'll work it out.
Groovy.
Also need the backlash check.
Oh, and a backlash check.
Yes. So, Schoolie, for the folks at home, what is a backlash check?
So the fun bit about
Sorry.
Ooh.
that was
Yes,
that was your backlash, I suppose. So the fun bit about backlash is because we're not meant to have these powers, they can go wrong. So it starts out as a DC 5 check, as a flat check, And if we fail it, we take damage for doing the things that we're not meant to do. The DC goes up every single time, and every single time we fail, the severities get worse and worse.
That doesn't sound great. All right. I rolled that
Thankfully,
one
it
with.
all resets after a long rest.
Yes.
Mm.
Indeed, indeed. All right.
I did roll that one with the intention of it being my 2 hit, so that would be at a +9.
All right. So a +9 brings us to a
15.
15 to hit. The AC is 18 on the wolf.
All right, I will spend an action point there to re-roll
A hero
if I
point?
can. A hero point, that's the one.
Not a problem. All right. Well, that is
Outstanding.
that is unfortunate. However, fortunately for you, a hero point is a reroll with taking the advantage, so you do not
Groovy.
critically fumble.
All right, and would you like me to roll for my the bad stuff that happens to me now?
Oh yes,
My,
please. So roll
backlash?
your
D20.
d20.
Backlash. Got it.
Yep, you're fine. You're all good.
And I've got one more ability, so I'm just going to swipe at it with my claw. So this will be it. It's an agile. No, I don't have a claw. I'm a bull. No,
You have a
don't worry
gore
about
attack.
it. I'm going to.
You have a gore. It is your horns that you'll be attacking with.
Yep.
Which, of course, because
I'll
of your
just-
extended reach, is this fucking giraffe neck on the neck of a bison.
Yeah, I'll just make another
Oh.
attack. This will come with a -5 because it's the second attack, right? Nah,
It's a barrage.
still nothing.
So
Oh,
that'd
well,
be a
still
9. That is almost a fumble, but not quite. All right,
Yep.
is that everything?
That is everything.
Okay. The druids.
Thank you.
Shit. They don't want the unicorn to be left to go. Tanglefoot on the unicorn. Thwack!
Hero point rerolled. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I can't.
All right. The unicorn is Stuxies.
No.
He didn't quite. He's still kind of going with the ritual. The unicorn's not taking damage yet. The second guy is continuing the ritual. The unicorn is going to take some damage. Going to take 8 points of damage as the ritual is continuing. The wolf is not happy with anything. It wants to kill everyone. Bilratar is going to start with you.
Yes.
Actually, ooh, no, I did say he's going to go with Lushara first. So he's going to move over to
Oh,
there.
crap.
Hey, Lushar.
Yeah.
Nom.
No.
All right, that is a hit.
Oh, he got me.
However,
Oh no.
as soon as he hits, Magnus leaps to your aid. And Magnus, your large fire cat, moves over and makes a single attack against the giant aggressor, trying to bite down on him, but
Oh.
will miss, unfortunately. Just though, missed by 1. Dang.
Okay. Now, if I recall, Magnus exudes fire
He does.
in a 5-foot
Oh,
radius?
he can. Sorry, he can, but that would also damage allies as well.
Except me, so.
Yeah.
And nobody else is close enough to him. Okay, got it.
All right, so that is what Magnus does as he is coming to your defense, which of course is then going to turn the wolf's attention to Magnus. Now he will take the fire damage from this, but thankfully the wolf will miss. All right. Which then brings us to Bilrotar. Bilrotar, the wolf is ignoring you. You are not worth his time.
Clearly.
Wow.
And the
Wow.
other spellcaster is still like doing the spellcasting thing. Looks down and sees you and says, "Oh, are you still here?"
That's rough.
Yep,
Wow.
it's fine.
I'm just seeing how mad I can make the barbarian.
Which is probably quite fitting, because the dagger is going to keep going for these arms.
It just starts cutting and slashing.
Oh,
You miss.
All right.
Second action.
Oh no.
And for the third one, with rage, I'm going to burn the nat 20.
You just-
Yes.
have you just had enough?
I was always planning for the nat 20 for the third one, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Well, with the nat 20 coming in on our third, you land a critical hit. Oops, wrong person. There we go. Boom. All right. Wait, what?
Damn.
Clearly missed
Oh.
the arm and hit the chest.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, that'll do, I guess. Jesus. Yep.
Didn't
So
realize it was
you're-
plus 16, but okay.
Yeah. How the hell is it plus 16? Jeez. Yeah, well, I mean, he dies.
Yeah, I've got no idea why it's plus 16.
Hold on. So you got to
Is the
play
plus
so
8
So you've
double
naturally got.
2 or
So wait, wait. Hold on, wait. So you got a natural plus
Yeah.
4, plus 2 from the rage, which bring you to 6. So that should be a 12. Not quite a 16. Do you have any other boosts going up? Did you add did you add your rage
what's
manual?
his
Yeah, by the effects last stream,
Yeah, okay. Weird.
which is why it's
what's
got
his
the...
strength?
Shouldn't matter if that's the plus 4 in the piercing.
Yeah, it says that you got a plus
Oh.
8. I don't know why he says you got a plus 8. That is very strange. That's fine. Let's see. Even if I
And
took off
double
2,
plus 16.
even if I took off 2 damage, that would still.
I mean, it does say
be-
excess 5.
Sorry, what was that?
It does say excess 5. So it's a
Yeah,
5
exactly.
over
Yeah.
that.
So if you because you beat him by more than his excess of that's fine. We will just keep an eye on that to make sure that the maths is mathing. All right. You kill that druid. Explode.
Yep.
Death.
I'm seeing it go down. Bill will just roar.
Oh,
Not
you
to
mean
do anything,
he...
just to roar.
Wait. You mean Bill Rotard? Ah, rawr. Is it? He's quitting. Is it? Unsubscribe.
This is
All right. So you've attacked 3 times. Done, and done. Arsini, you were next
All right,
to one of
seeing-
these creatures.
seeing the druid just explode from a knife. Arseni's gonna be like, all right, Bill Rotar is getting the most, even though that was a natural 20 on his own account. Arseni believes in him. He's gonna go over to Bill Rotar and he's gonna just put his hand on his shoulders and I'm like, it's okay, you got this. You're doing more than I can. And then I cast a magic weapon on his dagger
Okay.
because that was the thing that he killed him with. So
Nice.
what magic
Alright.
weapon does, target
So-
one weapon that is unattended or wielded by you or a willing ally. The weapon glimmers with magic and energy. The target becomes a +1 striking weapon, gaining a +1 item bonus to attack rolls and increasing the number of weapon damage dice to 2.
All right. Very nice.
Yeah, so I will drop. Oops. Oh, wait, okay. Whoa. Hang on, there's a lot here. Magic. Did I drop all 5 of those on you?
What?
There's a bunch of.
That'll be depending on which dice
Neil.
base dice says.
Oh, it's like D4 is D6. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a D4. I'm just making sure. I'll drop it on Bill Rotar.
All right.
There we go.
Done.
And that is my turn.
It is
Move
then
and
the unicorn's
cast.
turn. The unicorn is going to try and break free. The unicorn breaks free. Be free, unicorn.
Yay!
I didn't even need to use its nat 20 that I had in the bank.
Unless I use a. Oh no, actually that's true. All right.
You
The
can-
unicorn.
can you na-
The unicorn is going to attack the wolf, and is going to use its nat 20 to stab him.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. The unicorn rises to its feet, weakened from the ritual, but knowing that the wolf means business, it dives its head,
Oh.
bam, and does 22 points of damage with its first attack. Its second attack is another natural 20.
Oh.
That's 2 in a row, Dag.
I know, I'm aware. All right, and for good measure, its final attack.
Oh my god, that just 3 in a row! Holy shit! This unicorn.
No, for the people in chat, what's the
Wow.
biggest roll
Corey
of
is
320 in a row?
mad.
What?
I mean, he
That's
was gonna
one
kill it
pissed
anyway,
off
but-
unicorn.
Don't piss
Yeah.
off fucking unicorns, okay? Well, we don't need to worry about damage. I mean, to be quite fair, it's, you know, it is what it is, so it does, I mean, even without the special effect. Okay, but because it happened, guys, for those of you who do not know, whenever we get 3 natural 20s, it is an insta-kill. When it's 3 natural 1s, it's instant death. The unicorn, for the first time in Pathfinder Gatewalkers, basically stabs this dire wolf in the body. And you then watch as a shower of gore erupts from this wolf. It blows up in every direction that you could imagine. There are chunks of it landing outside of the area of darkness, as it is no longer where it was once standing. Now, because this is 320s, I am also going to do you guys a solid here and say that my original plan is going to come to fruition, but you'll see what happens in a minute. The Festrogs and the druid kind of see the writing on the wall here, and will leave, running as best they can in all directions to flee. However, as they are, one Festrog, unfortunately, does not. And that is the one that Bilrotar killed, who is now risen as a Festrog. As it gets up, he says, "You fool. You have only made me strong." Wait, where is everybody? Uh-oh. Parlay. Alright, and the battle is over. Now, I presume you guys did want to interrogate one of these guys at some point or another, so the Festrog will suffice for this the time being. The Unicorn's 3 nat 20 has definitely ended what the fuck had just happened. The Unicorn is here. There's a bison here. Some of you are injured. How long does the fast healing last, by the way?
It
4
was
rounds.
4 rounds.
4 rounds. So that is an extra 6 hit points, which I'm going to give to Elink before I remove that condition. There we go. All right.
Thank you.
and
I am
will no
desperately
longer
trying
be
to get my camera to work,
fatigued.
by the way.
Sorry?
I'm desperately trying to get my camera to work.
Oh, sorry. Just give me a second. You know what? Let me fix you. Give me half a sec. I need you to... Okay, here's what we need to... Sorry. Everyone just bear with me for while I do a quick tech thing with my dear friend here. So, I'm going to call you on Discord. Will you please answer and leave your microphone on the Discord call?
Roger Dodger.
Okay,
Hey.
thank you. All right, and you, just to check, you can't hear me at all on Discord?
You need to stay unmuted.
You need
in
to
Zoom.
stay in, yeah, you need to stay unmuted in Zoom.
Okay. No, I can't.
Okay,
You're all good.
Thank you. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Somebody give me some elevator music.
How did I know it was going to be Neil that did that?
Let's talk about short person rage.
Oh,
Keep
Oh
going.
no, we lost our elevator music.
okay.
Uh,
Oh, I
Oh,
think
no.
Arsenio might go get some of these bones that were left over from the festival. Try to attach them to himself so he can fix his bones. Hey, Fester, just...
Question to chat: what is your favorite sandwich and why?
hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Meatball marinara, I guess, if a Subway sandwich counts.
I mean, Christina
A
said
sub.
BLT, and I have to say, like, a really good BLT is hard to beat. But I also really love a good tuna melt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tuna melts are
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Do
So, yeah.
cheese with ham in it. Ooh. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm hungry. Come on, guys.
Nick, can you change your Discord to be push to talk, or do you have any headphones that you can wear?
I'll
It's like
put some headphones on.
Okay.
foot-long flatbread chicken breast. Okay.
All right, and
You guys gonna hate what I put
Bobbity.
on my meatball
Uh-oh.
marinara. I'll tell
Alright.
you later.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Alec.
Well, thank you.
They're not jumping.
They will, but right now Nick's got like the his audio
Oh, yeah.
is over the desktop, so it's always receiving anything that's making noise at his end.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So with the battle now concluded, the ritual now ceased. The unicorn is the first to speak up. Does the unicorn speak?
Didn't realize unicorns could speak.
It does. It speaks Common and Sylvan.
Nice.
Okay. Ooh, I can play with these. Hold on. Ahem.
Thank you for saving my life.
Welcome. Oof.
Of course. We couldn't let it hurt. What were they doing? What did they want from you?
These creatures. They told me that they were conducting a ritual. A cursed one. They were trying to restore a great and ancient evil that once resided in these lands. But they are no closer to understanding how to bring it back than they were before they attempted this blasphemous ritual. Creatures who hate and hold darkness in their heart can never utilize the magic of the Sylvan people. Not truly. Not without their blessing.
Guys, we're speaking to a unicorn.
I know.
I wanted to do this since I was a child. Thank you. Thank you. So, you're more than welcome. No, thank you. Thank you for letting us save you.
What's your name? If you don't mind us asking.
We do not have names in the same way you would consider. I am simply known as Rising Wind.
Rising Wind, do you know any more about this ancient evil?
The ancient evil that is spoken of. It is one that I have not been made aware. But some say that there are those who travel through this region were afflicted by a curse. A curse of death.
Where are they? We're gonna go get them. How dare they hurt unicorns?
If that is what you truly seek, continue to head through the forests, following the pathway southward. You will find that which you seek there.
Before it, just escapes my mind. Was some Bolin involved in this? He might be a dwarf. Well, he is a dwarf. Wait, no, he's not. He's a human.
He's
I did not
Noxfield.
get their name. It was all spoken in my presence.
Are you okay? Do you need anything?
I will be fine in time. I need to simply leave this area. The magic here is poisoned. It makes my power dwindle. But before I leave, allow me to offer you a gift. My thanks for having rescued me. Take from me a lock of my golden mane, and keep it with you.
We are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She gets down and allows you to reach the golden hair upon her neck. As you take it, you may expend this to have one redo. The redo can happen, can be anything within, let's say, the last 10 minutes.
Whoa.
Simply by expending the magic in it, we will rewind time itself to undo an action. Now, keeping in mind, this is specific. It is to undo an action. If you choose between left and right, it means that the undoing of the action brings you back to that point, and you can no longer select right as your choice, should that have been the first one you made. And it's a one-use ability. It is the unicorn's mane.
Theoretically, could I use this back in time so I can re-speak to the unicorn, but not be such a big fangirl about it?
You can absolutely do that.
Just in theory. Just wanted to know.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
to give us the lock of her main.
But that is pretty great. I hope to meet this unicorn again. It has been a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and if you ever need a friend, I'm your dwarf or elf.
She smiles warmly, or at least as best as a unicorn can smile, before continuing and traversing her way out of the shadowy realm. A coughing laugh from the sickening, decaying throat of the monstrosity that now sits behind you breaks the silence as you watch the majestic creature leave.
Lushara's just
back
gonna
and grab
look
the
over
Robin.
it. Yeah. Lushara's just gonna look at it and just be like,
Yeah, I would have imagined that Bill still has his dagger out, pointing at this, almost like guarding everyone from in case it attacked during all of that.
All right?
hmm.
The creature says, "You do not know what you are doing. After all, what can be expected from a filthy elf? You think the whole
Rude.
forest belongs to you, that these lands are yours. Well, you're in for a very, very rude awakening."
No, that's actually kind of the point, buddy. The lands don't belong to anyone. It's land. How can you own land?
The lands rebuked her kind. Aelith, you hear this and realize that when they're talking to Lushara, they're definitely talking about, obviously, yourself as well. You get closer to hear what they have to say. Bolin is going to bring back the rightful place, the rightful way this land was supposed to be, and there is nothing you can do about this.
And what
I highly
exactly
doubt it.
is the rightful way?
The curse will return. The unlubita curse. The unubulate curse will be restored.
Obnubilate, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The unicorn was just a small sacrifice for the greater good.
Why would you want to return such a horrible curse? Just because you
Festrog-
don't like elves?
The Festrog smirks ruefully. If you don't already know, then you'll never understand. The curse is the world's way of restoring the natural balance. If we had it our way, the curse wouldn't only affect elves, but any who call themselves civilized within the walls of Sevenarches. After all, just look. Do you really think anyone has the right to be here? Man-made weapons tearing apart flesh. The unnatural death that lingers around this clown. He gestures at us, and
I'm no clown, I'm dead.
I'm no clown, I'm a
Apparently.
dead.
I'm
Brilliant.
dead. I didn't
Someone
say a dead.
please make me a t-shirt. I want it to say, I'm no clown, I'm a dead. No context, forever.
I'm dead.
Look, darling, love the message, hate the methods, okay? I don't think killing all of the elves is a really great or good way of going about anything. In fact, it's a little word called genocide. And, you know, killing civilization is going to be the same thing. So, I mean, I'm not standing for it. Is anybody else here standing for it?
I'm at least standing.
Lushara's just gonna lean toward. Wait, are you still like giant scary bison form?
No, it only lasts a
Okay,
minute.
just gonna slowly be like, oh my god.
His neck's extended, so it's even lower than low.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
No, no.
Oh no.
Is this like a normal druid thing? I think, like, kill everybody who seems civilized.
No, it's a pretty barbaric kind of druid thing. Well, I mean, I can't speak for all druids, but I definitely don't feel that killing people is the way to end civilization.
Wonderful. So whoever you used to be, where can we find Bolin? Since you're, very talkative right now. And then I'll kind of send Magnus over and just kind of look like fiery.
He says, there is no heart that beats in my chest. I am not afraid of you or your pussycat. But I tell you exactly what you need to know, because I am also not afraid of you facing down someone who is going to end your lives. He's at the hideout. He was going to bring the key once we prepared this site for the ritual, and supposed to have sent a runner back to tell him when the unicorn was killed. The hideout is an old gnome forest house up in the trees. I can lead you there, of course, but you'll never get in. Bolin will hear you coming and lock the place down tighter than a terrapin. And you may have beaten us here, but Bolin has twice as many with him. And friends. Friends you will never suspect coming.
I
Well, we'll
see.
chip in at this this point saying, well, if you want to lead us, how about you do so on a little tether, just so you don't try to dash. And I'll take out rope ready to tie him up a bit. So you can still walk, but be suitably restrained.
Oh yeah, he'll stand up and he'll say, "Yes, I'll wear this for your protection, little dwarf. I hope it makes you feel safe." And he leans in close and presents both his wrists to you.
Yep, tie him up.
Look, I'm just saying.
and
This,
you know what's worse? This is the one that's been sassing you the whole fucking time.
Yep, I know.
if it
Yeah.
helps, I would probably see it as generosity to make sure that this corpse stays in the ground right here and right now.
Yeah, I was just wondering, do we really need...
The dead weight?
I don't... Yeah. Yes.
Arsene just frowns here, but he doesn't say anything.
I
Because
mean,
it's like,
I'll
mean-
just ask the group, do you know exactly where this gnome house is in this massive forest?
Aleph, you are aware
yeah,
of the gnomish forest home that is in question. You've traversed these woods for quite some time. But this is the first time that I guess you would have spoken about it, if you wish to.
I know what he's talking about, and I know where it's located.
oh,
So we don't need to keep him around.
Save yourself
Thank you.
some rope.
Yeah.
I'd
Thank you
rather
for
just
helping
that
us, by the
we
way.
can... Yeah. Bill, I don't really feel safe traveling around with someone who just tried to kill us multiple times. And since our new friend, who we'll talk to in a second, seems to know where we need to go, maybe we just,
Yep. I'll just say, here's your surplus to requirements.
All right. With a swift drawer of your dagger, his head falls off. However, the last terrifying thing he does is simply laugh, which lasts for 1 or 2 beats, a little longer than
Arsene
you
Well,
would
at least
like.
you could find the
instinctively
irony.
pulls out the violin and does the ding, ding, like the
playing a violin dirge for him.
yeah, just no, not the dirge, like the his creepy, or not, I don't know what the word is.
We don't either, Neil.
Or what the I don't know.
Funeral
done.
rites?
No, it's the
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
yeah,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
that, but we're slowly building up.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know how to do that, but yes, that's
No, I know.
that's where I'm going with. All right.
It's like
So, he is dead. He is dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Lovely.
The demise of the creature as it rots and decays in front of you leaves you to one other individual, the voice who spoke and whose arrows were let loose during combat. A stranger in the woods. A hero? An ally? A hidden enemy, perhaps? We're going to have this conversation before we end today's stream, so by all means, the scene is all of yours.
Well, you showed up in just the nick of time.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're quite welcome.
I'm Lushara. This is Magnus Baruch. Send him back down to like small form. So he doesn't burn anybody by accident.
So I'm guessing
Um,
most of us are now coughing in the smoke.
Ellen cried,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear, I forgot about that part. Um, it's just kind of like waving the smoke away. Um, uh, sorry about that. What's your name?
I'm Aelith.
Ah, and
Sorry.
what brings you out here? I know, I'm so sorry about the smoke. He just gained these abilities. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you cough.
No, that's quite all right. I have been trying to search for answers about some missing time and what's been going on.
We have as well.
You're a gatewalker as well, then.
Yes.
So are all we. We've been working with Dr. That's beside the point, but we're working with somebody and we're out here trying to track down Bolin, which sounds like, is that why you're here? To find this Bolin as well?
Yes, to find answers.
Since we're aligned, maybe you should travel with us. Safety in numbers, especially since you know the way to this hideout.
I could do that. Lead the way. We all work together. Get
Hopefully,
this.
you don't mind traveling with a skeleton. As he kind of shines
Well, I was
back a
gonna.
bit.
You're fine. And I see
Thank
you
you.
have an elf, so I would say that as long as you don't mind traveling with an elf, but I see that you don't.
Of course, I love elves.
Kind of two elves, actually.
Well, that's good.
Is this the first time Elink is revealing that she is an elf as well?
Yeah. I mean, wasn't necessarily a secret.
Well,
We kind of forgot their head with the Gorgas going after her, remember?
Oh yeah, but that could
I
be
mean, you
changed.
only saw it. Yeah. But, you know, you might have missed that.
All right. Okay. Well, our comrades, newly found, bonded together, start to make their way deeper into the Shadow Woods. Aelith taking the lead, heading towards the gnomish forest house. As this happens, more Festrogs seem to gather behind, out of sight, as they make their way back onto the battlefield long after you're gone, and begin to devour the corpses that are left behind of the wolf and the other druids.
I think I grabbed some bones when I did.
Sure, you can grab a couple
Back
of
to nature,
bones.
just as it belongs.
If everyone is happy watching Arsini mangle a few corpses and tear,
I think I would have grabbed some
strip
from the.
No, that's pretty gross, dude.
No, I think I would have done it from the Festrogs, not the.
That's even worse.
Not the druids.
Why
Oh.
do you want bones?
So yeah, see, this is
help
something.
mend
See,
my
Neil,
body.
do you understand that this is not something you can just casually do, like refilling a water skin?
No, I know. I just.
Do you do this in front of people? Given your
Did you
character
hide it
up
from
until,
us?
given your character to the best of their knowledge was human.
I mean, probably not. I'd probably hang it back a bit.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, hey, love, just remember that whole when I said if you're feeling any strange cravings or urges, you're gonna tell us, right? Because
Yeah.
you're making my staking hand pretty twitch nervous here.
Don't worry. I'll tell you.
All right. Well, Arsini thinks better of it for the time being, but there is a moment where where you look at the corpses for a little too long. Your eyes linger on the bodies before you move on. But the Festrogs, they will indeed devour the bodies. But as they do so, one of the Festrogs is suddenly pulled away from the feast and lifted into the air. The other Festrogs try to run, but a giant steel hand begins to grab at them. You hear them, well, you don't hear, but the audience hears these whimpering screeches and screams as they're slammed against steel. Blood oozes and trickles downwards and drips onto the floor surrounding these large footsteps. The corpse of the wolf is taken next. Likewise, there's this grinding, slashing, crunching noise, and more crimson red drips down. It starts to look around even further. Elink, you're bleeding a little bit from your various wounds, as is Bilrotar and Lushara to a degree. A trail of blood leads into the woods, and these footsteps drip, drip, thum, drip, drip, thum, begin to make their way in your direction. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Thank you,
And-
Dad.
All right, you're welcome. And unfortunately, we didn't get to the full length of the Black Clover event. That was what this guy was all about. But honestly, I wanted to more celebrate the 3 nat 20s and the introduction of our new character over, like making something too dramatically deadly and stuff like that. The Festrogs were a nice little additive which got thrown in, but hey. Hopefully when we come back next week and we will have our 6th member joining us as well, we'll be able to enjoy the lovely Black Clover expanded version. Thank you so much for everyone who came and joined us. Thank you, of course, to all of our new followers, all the people who have joined us for the first time as well. If you're still hanging around in chat, guys, you guys are fucking winners. Thank you so much for being here. Now, as you guys know, we have reached that time of night where, unfortunately, there aren't too many content creators doing Pathfinder and D&D out there in the world. At least not those who, don't speak, like Russian and, stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna...
Varian.
Yeah.
Raina, what are you doing? It's like 11. I'm ending my stream. You know my schedule. What are you doing? Because it's morning day. It's not morning. It's like nearly midnight. I know, but look. Here's the thing, and here's the grand irony. I created this time slot to attract more people from WA to come and play, and the only person from WA that's playing is Nick. Anyway, I digress. Thank you, Raina. I appreciate that.
It's brilliant time for the Europe.
It's brilliant time for, folks in Europe. Brilliant. Absolutely fucking spectacular. Let me give a shout out, guys. In case you didn't know, Careful Cantrip is my other home away from home. If you want to see me messing about with some of the most talented creators on the internet, and I mean that. Seriously, the amount of award-winning talent that is on that actual stream is fucking out of this world. Go check out Careful Cantrip because we're there as well. The afternoon here in Europe, yeah, there you go. There you go. You know what I should do? I should try to convince Guy to come play this as well. So that's what I should do. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm signing out. Okay, because we don't have anyone to raid, we are going to do affirmations. What are affirmations? These are things we do because, as you guys know, as the Dead Aussie Gamer, I've always been a huge advocate of wellness through gaming. It is my big mantra. It is probably the single most important thing to me. And today, in honor of the amount of content creators that we do have in chat here, I want to take a moment to talk about imposter syndrome. Because imposter syndrome, I think, is a very important element of something that I deal with as a content creator. And I know that, a lot of people in the space, kind of want to talk about it and want to kind of acknowledge it. So here's the thing. The thing about imposter syndrome is we can often be so hard on ourselves because the amount of success that we get and that we have, we sometimes don't feel like it is our own success. For example, I started streaming originally as part of a member of How to Be a Great GM, and he is an incredibly successful, very, very amazing, talented, and very, very popular individual. And for me, being a part of his show, spearheaded what became my channel. I am also part of Careful Cantrip, which is another massively successful production house. And I am surrounded almost constantly with every single one of my Patreon games filled with so many talented individuals who not only rise my own abilities as a game master, but also, showcase just how amazing this game can actually be. My imposter syndrome does not come from my success and not feeling it. It comes from the fact that some days I sit there and think to myself, there is nothing special about me. This success that I'm enjoying, all the people who have donated to my channel, all the people who have, followed and subscribed and stuff like that, I don't feel like I am worthy or that I've done enough for that, for the accolade that I have reached out for. But what I want to tell people in the chat is this. If you are feeling that way, remember, we are our harshest critics. All the success, all of the achievements that you have done, this is stuff that, Raina, get out of here. What are you doing? Stop! You are, okay, first of all, thank you to whoever donated $25, Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous. And thank you, of course, to Raina for the freaking 5 sub bomb. To Cinder's Breathe the Tired, Saluting Vids, Praetor's Rejects, Cinder Fingers, and Schmick. You're all bloody legend. Oh, oopsie for your finger slip. Yeah, oopsie for your slips. Can we top up the hero points? Yes, we can, Candy. I will do that after the stream, but let's finish the affirmation here. So yes, if you are finding that you are feeling like your success is not your own, right? If you feel like your success is not your own, don't worry about it, because the people who will make you feel your success are the people who continually show up at your streams, the people who continually show up on your channels, and this is just one of those things. We all deal with it, but yeah, and that's it. And ultimately, yeah, as Raina is very, very generously saying, you're not an imposter. The only time I feel like people kind of hit the imposter syndrome is when you take a lot of time and you actually legitimately value yourself based on people. Like I know that there are some people out there who are like, who only talk about like, oh, I do stuff with this person, and then nothing, like I did a thing with someone, like it's one of those, I get invited to a bunch of these, and unless it's a chat, and I'll say this to everyone, right? I do Patreon games. It's what I do. Do you have any idea how many like big name celebrities are like, hey Tag, we should do something? And I'm like, I play with my Patreons, right? It's crazy, right? Because we all take the moment to tell ourselves like how much we're worth, and we have people all around us telling us how much we are. Don't pay attention to the voices in here that tell you otherwise. Pay attention to the supportive voices. Put love out into the world. Put good vibes out into the world. Lift people up around you, and people will do the same for you, right? Don't tear yourself down. Don't tear other people down. It's a fucking waste of time. I don't fuck around with it. Just do you. Do you, and be happy to do you. And Raina, we are going to talk, my young lady. This is not acceptable to do to my channel, and while I'm in the middle of affirmations, because I am I'm an emotional baby. Sometimes you need to troll me. You do! Damn it, you do. But yes, life is hard enough without being mean to each other. Thank you, OG. Very, very well said. Intrusive thoughts are not based in truth, and prey upon your fear. Fear is the mind killer, so kill it back. Well said, reading aloud. Absolutely. 100%. So live your life. We all run our own race. Run your race as best you can, and surround yourself with people that are going to be in your cheer squad. And I guarantee you come hang out in my chat, I'll cheer you on. Absolutely. You tell me what's going on, I'll cheer for your good. I'll cry for your bad. And if you've got, pet photos, I will sit there and I will be a goopy mess because I love animals. That is dag flavored. All right. I'm done. It's 11, and I'm getting very emotional because somebody decided to make me let my guard down and then decided to donate to me. Okay. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the chat. Thank you to my Patreons who once again help carry me through every single one of my months here at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT, and of course, Sirenscape for the beautiful sounds that you will hear. Guys, take care, be well, and until we meet again, stay safe. Stay wonderful, and as always, game hard, or die trying. Good night, folks. Mwah! Love your faces. Bye-bye.